Okay, fellow traders, what's up? I'm Travis, and I am always on the lookout for a big bet. That's how I trade. I take large positions, large concentrated positions in a handful of names, and I try to really ride those up for big moves. Rivian is one I've been watching for months. It has what I call a fall from grace, which is this huge decline that we've seen for years now, followed by a sideways consolidation. And this is key, right? You want to see this big drop followed by sideways price action. So we hope to get a big move higher. And this is my bread and butter trade, big, highly concentrated bets. I did one earlier this year in Tesla. I could pull that up real quick on a shorter time frame where we had this fall, post-election fall, a shorter sideways consolidation, and then you get that break higher and potentially still going. So I love these kind of plays. Obviously, we're looking at a weekly chart here for Rivian, so it's going to take longer to play out. That's okay. That just means that the move can be even larger. So during the sideways consolidation, we've seen this kind of triangle wedge flag-ish thing develop where it's squeezing and squeezing and squeezing price. We're in here, we're getting closer and closer, we're getting compressed. And then recently came shooting out of it, rejected at the 100-week moving average. Okay, the green one is the 50, the orange one is the 100-week, and the pink one is the 21-week. It's a shorter time frame moving average. So we got rejected and we've come down now and we're retesting the breakout spot, right? This is classic. This is where we want to start getting in. I watched this whole move. I fought the FOMO. I saw people starting to talk about it on Twitter, which made me happy, but not too many people. And I've been waiting for a retest and it's finally been coming. And I think that we are on the cusp of a large follow-through move higher. And one key I'm looking for here is the 21-week moving average to cross up through the 50. Offer some kind of support. It might not touch price, but it's going to hopefully keep pushing us higher. And when we drill down to the daily chart, what we're seeing here is, again, I want to see these moving averages start moving up and to the right, almost in a 45-degree angle. So the 200 isn't quite moving higher yet. However, the 100 and the 50 are both starting to push higher. That's great. We want to see those to continue offering support. We also have MACD that has unwound and hasn't started curling up yet, but hopefully we're getting there. RSI has come off the highs and hopefully providing some room to run higher. So things are looking constructive on the daily, but I'm still not convinced that we're quite done with the consolidation. Now the consolidation could happen and continue in a sideways manner. We could come up a little bit and down and kind of just dance around like we did down here. We could come further down and compress like we did here. We just have to remain patient and don't get too excited and jump in with both feet quite yet. But as we drill down to the 4-hour, again, we have constructive looking moving averages. We're still waiting for this 200 to turn up. And if you measure back 200 bars, you can see how prices developed 200 periods ago, right? So we were kind of right at this peak. So over the next 8, 12, 24 hours, price from 200 periods ago is going to be moving lower. And hopefully we at least retain these current levels and or go higher, which means the 200 period moving average here will start trending higher, right? All of these moving averages here will hopefully start doing the same thing. And if you want to go back and measure these, we can see where the 100 kind of falls down in here, right? So that should be continuing to trend higher as long as we keep moving higher. But also as we work through here, these bars are going to come into play and these bars are going to come into play to start dragging that moving average higher even more. So the key is we want to see these continue to provide support and push higher. And as we go down even further, we're clustering here right now around the 200-hour moving average. I also want to point out the MACD is starting to really curl up here and hopefully we'll start to go positive. RSI looks extremely constructive, bouncing from this oversold levels. So everything looks really great on the 4-hour to hopefully push us higher the rest of the week. And if that's the case, we'll be in very good shape for longs. Now, the hourly chart, we're clustered here around the 200-hour moving average. There's not a lot of signal. We came off the oversold levels for RSI and it's sitting at the midpoint. So I'd love to see this push higher tomorrow, find support as this 50 and the 100 kind of turn and start providing that cushion to push us even higher. But largely looking pretty decent here. It's really when you get down to the lower time frame that it's not quite there yet. I'd really like to see the 15-minute get above the 200 period moving average. So we need to be a little bit above $15 mark. We've got this kind of downtrend line resistance I've drawn here. And this move today was the high was somewhere in the 14, 67, 68 range. So if we could pop above that, pop above the 15-minute 200 moving average, I think we'd be in really good shape to continue putting pressure on higher prices, and those higher time frame charts will start looking increasingly attractive. Again, I love the look of the 4-hour. I love what's happening on the 1-hour as long as we bounce here soon. But I do think the daily needs a little bit more time. Now, all this could change. We could drop back down here to the 200. That would invalidate the trade for me at this time. We could also shoot back up here into the mid 15, 16 range pretty quickly as well. It's a volatile name with some decent swings intraday. So anything can happen. But overall, when I zoom out to this weekly chart, this is the kind of trade setup I want to be heavily involved in. So this is my top trade today at this moment, this week, etc. And it's something I'm going to be watching very closely, and I'll likely be doing more videos soon, and I will update Twitter as well. So be sure to follow me there, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. I'll see you soon.